problems, questions, claims, and support in academic arts. So have you ever experienced the fact dump problem? Have you heard a talk where the speaker dumps on you a ton of facts, but he really doesn't answer a clear question, and he really doesn't make a claim, and his ideas don't seem to connect or go anywhere. It's just a big mountain of facts, and of course then his talk lacks direction. Have you ever experienced a fact dump when listening to a talk or reading a paper? That's a problem in academic arts. My name is Professor Joseph Polshock, and this is Academic Arts. So what are the basics of a good talk or a good paper? And I'm going to say here are 4: problems, questions, claims, and support. So a good talk should show us a problem that needs solving, and it should ask a question about how to solve that problem, and it should answer the question and solve the problem with a clear claim, and it should support the claim with reasons and evidence and data or stories. So here is an example of a problem, question, claim for a sample talk that I'm going to give here. The problem is that humans sometimes feel unhappy. And the question, therefore, is, how can we feel happier? And the claim is that certain actions can increase happiness. So here is a sample short presentation, imperfect, without practice, but here it goes, beginning now. So how can we feel happier? Everyone feels sad sometimes. Maybe you had a bad day, or maybe you had a fight with your friends, or maybe you got sick, or maybe you experienced failure. With all of these human experiences we all have had, we can feel sad sometimes. So the question is, how can we feel happier? Well, one answer is actions can create happiness. Actions can increase happiness. And so in this short talk, I'm going to talk about 3 actions that can help us increase happiness. Action number 1 is buying experiences. Action number 2 relates to the as-if principle. And action number 3 is a very simple technique, which I call the pencil technique. That's action number 3. So point number 1 is buy experiences or things. Relates to this topic of buying experiences or things. Oftentimes people will shop to be happier. It's called retail therapy. People will often shop to become happier. But research shows that buying experiences can make us happier than buying things. Buying experiences can make us happier than buying things. So that includes when you buy an experience of going to an amusement park, going to the theater, a movie with friends, or going out to dinner. That can actually increase more short-term and long-term happiness. So buying experiences can increase both short-term and long-term happiness, and this is according to research by Van Boven and Gilovich, 2003. So basically that means we should try to buy experiences with others to increase our happiness and their happiness too. So now that I've talked about buying experiences to increase happiness, my second point is I want to talk about the as-if principle. The as-if principle says if you want a quality, act as if you already have it. This comes from William James, the famous philosopher and psychologist from Harvard University. The as-if principle says action causes emotion. Common sense says we feel happy, so we smile. But the as-if principle says smile, so you will feel happier. So this is a basic principle. Smile so that you will feel happier. Well, now that I've talked about the as-if principle, I want to go to my third point, which is the pencil technique. A pencil in your mouth, like this picture shows, will force you to smile. And researchers have showed that this actually will make For example, cartoons seem funnier. People who looked at cartoons with a pencil in their mouth thought they were funnier than people who did not have the pencil in their mouth and who were not forced to smile. And so the pencil also can, in here, making you smile, forcing a smile, can make you feel happier. So if you don't feel like smiling, put a pencil in your mouth and do it for 30 seconds and see if you feel an increase in happiness. In conclusion, I have 3 points. Remember that buying experiences can increase our happiness more than buying things, that action causes emotion, so smiling can cause happiness or increase happiness, and try the pencil technique as one way to use action to cause the emotion of happiness. Try the pencil technique, and remember to try it for at least 30 seconds. That is all I have for today. Thank you for listening. The last slide will show my references.